Oh, I just made the creamiest chicken pot pie. And honey, I gotta show you how to make it. So let's go make it. In my pan, I've got me a whole stick of butter, and I'm gonna melt that down. And to that, I'm gonna add me 1 medium well-diced onion. We're gonna saute this in with that butter and get these onions just cooked maybe about 3 minutes. Because what we're doing, we're making us a roux for that chicken pot pie. Now that we've got our onions cooked down a little bit, now we're going to start adding our all-purpose flour. So what I did to that whole stick of butter, I added me 8 tablespoons, which was a half a cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to get this all cooked down. We'll cook it for about 3 minutes so that we'll get the flour taste cooked out of it. Okay, to this, now that we've cooked our flour for about 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to start out with about 2 cups of chicken broth. Okay, then to that, I'm going to add me a whole cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit, and then I'm going to start adding my flavorings to it, my seasonings. To that, I'm going to add me about a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of thyme, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And we'll get that all mixed in there. And what we're going to do, we're going to set this roux aside, and then we're going to move on to the next little step. Okay, now what we're doing on our next little step, I've got me 1.5 cups of chopped carrots, 1.5 cups of potatoes, and then a whole cup of celery that I've put in here. And I like to saute this in a little bit of butter for about 10 minutes to get it just a little bit softer so it don't have to cook as long. Okay, now that we've got our little vegetables sauteed about 10 minutes, now to our roux, we're going to add us a whole can of the chicken, cream of chicken with herbs. Now you can use just the regular cream of chicken. You don't have to use the one with herbs. That's just what I had, and so that's what I'm going to put in there. All right, now we're just going to incorporate that in with our roux, and then we're going to pour our vegetables over in this. Okay, now to this we're going to add, I did 4 chicken breasts because I am making 2 chicken pot pies. Okay, now with this, if you don't want to bake your own chicken or boil your chicken, however you want to do it, you can use a rotisserie chicken, because I've done that a lot of times, and I love to get the lemon herb rotisserie chicken in this. It's really yummy in this. All right, so now what I'm going to do, because I told you at the beginning, you know, the liquid that I used, and sometimes you might have to add a little bit more because sometimes it's a little too thick. So I'm going to add me a little bit more of heavy whipping cream until I get the consistency that I want. Okay, all together I used 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to add a little bit more chicken broth. So I added almost a half a cup to that to give me the consistency that I wanted for this. The total of chicken broth was 2.5 cups of that. So now to this, now that we've got this all incorporated, we're going to add us some green beans. Now I do fresh carrots, potatoes, and celery, and I put canned green beans in it. But now you do your thing. If you want to buy some bagged vegetables, you do that. I just prefer the fresh vegetables in it. So we've got this all mixed up, and this was about the consistency that I wanted it to get. Now before we fill these pies, I want to let you know I added a teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of Slap Your Mama, but you taste it and you see what flavorings you want in it. So now we're ready to put it in our pie shell, so let me go get them and I'll be right back. Ooh, now we're ready to put our yummy chicken pot pie filling in our pie shell. Now, honey, I bought one, but you can make your own if you want to. And I stuck mine in the oven for about 5 minutes. And now we're ready to dump this in here. Now, let me tell you something. This is going to make about 3 chicken pot pies. And now you can go share it with somebody. That's the good thing about making a big batch of it. I'm going to share some of them. And also, let me give you a little tidbit of information about this filling right here. Honey, you can freeze whatever you got left. And then when you get ready to make another one, you got it right there in the freezer. All right, we're going to fill these little things up. I know my family's all excited about these nuts. They love chicken pies. That's about how full you want it. And now I'm going to go get my top, and I'll show you what I do for that. I was going to show you real quick how I did this since I've got the other one in the oven. I cut the edges off. I just set this right on there and just mold it right in there. And now that it's defrosted, you just smash this down in there. And it's so easy to work with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut us a little cross on the top of this. And then we're going to paint it with some egg wash. So it'll be pretty and shiny when it comes out. So what we're going to do, I'm going to finish painting this on here. I preheated my oven to 375. We're going to bake this for about 35 to 40 minutes. But like Nanny Shell always tells you, you need to check it because everybody's oven's different. So I'm going to finish doing this and we're going to get these yummy things in the oven. Ooh, it's hot out of the oven. And you know Nanny Shell's got to sneak a bite. Y'all, I just love this little meal right here. And honey, it's all in one. A little pie, got your vegetables and your meat. I just love to make this, and my family loves it too. So we're going to enjoy it tonight for supper. So y'all go make you one. And always remember, smile because God sure does love you. And baby, He's got this no matter what.